Ah, okay, what the hell is this? A yearly contest for Star Rail. Oh, nice. Gigak is in the jury. Yeah, okay. I mean, I could participate, but why? Oh, you can win quite a lot. 3,000 for the winner. 1,500, 250, 100. Damn, that's pretty good. Oh, I can also win. I can win a mousepad if I just get lucky. Let's say there will be about 300 participants. That means I have a 3% chance of winning. Those are still higher odds than getting a 5-star character. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's participate and win this. Now that I have set my sights onto the most prestigious prize of them all, I will participate with an animation because that's probably the only thing that I will be able to do. Even though I have never done an animation. Well, first things first. I only have about a month and a half submitting my animation, for which I will need to write a story, create the objects and characters with their textures and bones in mind. Afterwards, obviously, do the animation itself, and I will also need to do the video editing, sound effects, background music, I don't know, maybe voice lines. So yeah, let's begin with the story writing and worry about the rest later. I have now finished the story for the animation. I had two ideas in mind. Both of them are taking place on the planet of Jarilo 6 in the game, since I just find it the most interesting. And the first idea was just the character story of Clara. Yeah, I know, very original. But the story I will be going with is my own. It's about a mechanic and a self-conscious spider automaton forming a bond through music. For everyone who wishes to read the whole story, here you go, you have 5 seconds. I know, it's so wholesome and so pure. Such a great story, I know. Since I now got the story, let's hop into Blender and begin with the modeling. You were probably expecting to see some progress. Well, me and the boys were having a LAN party, so basically we all got our gaming PCs sat together in a room to play games. And my friend kind of forced me to try out this game called Elden Ring. Sadly, I was unable to escape the encounter and had to try out the game. Now, what a smart person would do in this situation, given you have a deadline, is to play it for the night and afterwards focus on the more urgent task at hand. What I did is slay every single boss on the first 1.5 parts of the map. So every dot you see here, I took care of them. And that is why the basic Blender cube is back. But it's not my fault. for getting hooked on the game. It's my friend's fault for showing me the game. Yeah, I'm clearly the victim here. I have finished modeling the robot and managed not to relapse back into Elden Ring. Now that's a big W. Now I just need to give it some nice thick bones and some textures. The robot is done. I really like how it turned out. I have even peeked into the basics of animation, played around a little bit with it, and have given him a walk animation. I'm pretty proud of that. Sadly though, I will need to cut down the story of the animation by quite a bit, because I will never be able to complete it otherwise in the given time. So, let's see. Let's cut it around here. And let's do some changes over here. And take out this. Yeah, that looks perfect to me. Now, this will be our new great story. Now that this is done, I need to find a location where the whole animation will take place. Not this one. Nope. This isn't the one either. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, this should do. Now let's get the props done and do the rest of it. The modeling part is now completed. As you can see, every object for the scene is finished, and I also gave everything some nice UVs. UVs are needed to give the environment, the objects, some texture so that we have some nice color in it. So now that I have finished both of them, I can start the texturing and begin to breathe in some life into the scene. As you can see, the materials are now finished. Oh, how did I do it? Glad you asked. For the basic materials, I followed a tutorial series by the LightningBoyStudio YouTube channel. I used that for my base shader, mixed it up a little bit, tweaked around so I have the look that I wanted. As for the gravel and cliff texture, I used free ones out of the internet that I am allowed to use. And for the boxes and the ground, well, let me show you. Yeah, I just borrowed them out of the game. The first part of the animation is done. It looks kinda scuffed from above, but while inside the camera, it works. I also acquired a beat from a friend of mine for the dancing parts in the last part of the animation. And now this is important. For the first time, I decided to read the rules of the contest. I also don't know why I haven't done that before. Like when I decided to participate. But, well, here I am, reading the rules. Help! Help me, please! Somebody! Is somebody there? I'm slowly but surely going insane. Following is happening. Following. Huh? The following is happening right now. So, I decided to render the first part of the animation. That took me about 3 hours. What means the rest of the rendering will take about 6 to 7 hours. So, I only have 10 hours left for the rest of the animation, the video editing, and I still gotta sleep. And way more importantly, I also gotta eat something. I have no time. I finished the animation. It was painful. Because of one thing. I am going to show you. See here? In this window of Blender, I can put in files directly into Blender itself. So, my idea was, okay, let's put in the beat, the music file, directly into Blender and animate the robot directly to the music. What a great idea, right? Sadly, when something is too good to be true, it usually is. Do you see this number over here? It shows you how many frames per second are shown in the animation preview. Do you see it's red? Of course you do. That's no good. What happens when the number is red is that your computer is too slow to preview the animation at the necessary speed. So you see the animation in like slow motion. Now that in itself is not really a big problem. But what is a problem is that the music file that I yeeted into Blender did not get slowed down, so it's not in sync. What means I can't animate the dancing part in sync with the music. I needed to find another option, which I did. Now, what do both of these programs have in common? Yes, both of them have a timeline. One is in 24 frames per second, the other one is in seconds. Yes, I used math for the last part of the animation. With the rule of 3, you can easily calculate between both timelines in order to animate the animation to the beat. Theoretically, at least. The rendering is done. It's just done. I had no problems rendering the last bits of the animation. It all worked out really well. And while I was rendering the last part, I literally had nothing to do for like the first time in 5 days. Because while rendering, your PC is occupied with that and you can't use it for anything else. That was a very weird feeling, just not being able to do anything on my computer. So I decided to do the unthinkable and go outside to touch some grass. Now the only thing missing is that I still need to put all these pictures into a video format and add some sound effects to the animation, and that should be it. With about 1 hour left, I am finished. I have finished the animation. It's now a video format. I added a nice radio frequency sound, obviously the beat part itself, and now I just need to upload the file, submit everything, and wait until the winners are announced. And that's how I made my very own first animation. I did almost everything. The bass beat was done by a friend of mine, and I guess I borrowed some textures out of the game. But I'm really happy on how the animation turned out. Obviously there are a ton of flaws in the whole thing. There are a lot of sound files missing, like a tapping noise from the robot, or just background noise in general, maybe wind noises or something like that. And don't get me even started with the dance animation. That just looks horrendous. The last bit of it looks really bad, but I just had no time left, and with the issue of not being able to animate the robot to the music, I just had no verification other than my calculations that I did if the animation was on the correct spot or not. If they would have had some issues, I would have needed to do the whole dancing part again, render it again, and that would have taken me a ton of time. So I was under a lot of time pressure while doing it and simply did not do my best at the animation itself. Would I have done a better job if I had not played that much Elden Ring? Probably, no, not probably, yes, it just would have been better. But like we already established, I am not at fault here. It's my friend. He showed me the game, right? But in general, I'm pretty happy on how it turned out. It was a very interesting experience, and I enjoyed it a lot. Unfortunately, I have not won anything, but that was to be expected. I will link the event and the winners in the descriptions if you're interested, and also link the LightningBoyStudio YouTube channel down there for having made this amazing tutorial for the shader that I used as a basis. I hope you enjoyed this little video of mine, and who knows, maybe you will hear from me again sometime in the future. Damn it! My mousepad, I did not win it!